Hi, moms. I've been thinking about you a whole lot recently. You've been on my mind. This is hard. It's really hard. Um, just the things that we're going through and trying to be a mom. They want to eat all the time. They want stuff. They're bored. But I just wanted you to know that I see you. I see what you're doing. I'm praying for you. I'm thinking about you. And just want you to know that you're loved, that somebody is specifically thinking about you. So we've decided that on Mondays, it's going to be about moms. So on Monday nights, we're going to send out a little devotion to you. And when I was thinking about this, the book that came to mind is a devotional from Jen Hatmaker called Out of the Spin Cycle. I first received this book when my kids were little, preschool and early elementary at that point, and this book was a balm to my soul. A friend of mine just happened to drop it off one time, and by balm to my soul, I'm not saying that it's making me think, because let's be real, when you're a mom, sometimes you just need something that gets right to the point and you don't really want to think too hard. This book spoke to me because Jen Hatmaker got where I was. She understood my chaos and the things that are going on in my life. And so I was thinking about this book. And then she posted a little video or a picture of herself sitting in her bathtub 2 weeks ago. All the things that are going on around us just got to be too much for Jen Hatmaker. And there she was, sitting in her bathtub, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's just like me. She's trying to hide out. So I'm going to come to you from the most embarrassing place in my house on Monday nights, my bathroom. The wallpaper, I think that the builder, when they were doing the spec house, found this in the back of their garage. I'm not sure. The bathtub is not big enough for me to stretch my legs out. And it takes up, a half of our bathroom. And on the other side of this camera is a mound of laundry and a toilet that needs to be cleaned. But I'm coming to you to let you know that it's real, that I see you, I see where you are, I know what's going on, and I know how hard it is. But know that I love you and that I'm thinking about you. So I'm going to share this first chapter of Out of the Spin Cycle from Jen Hatmaker for you tonight. The first chapter is called I'm Perfect and My Kids Never Fight. My youngest son Caleb is what we like to call a pistol. He is constant challenge to harness, but his hilarious antics inspired my husband to dub him our family mascot. Anytime he talks to an adult without me there to monitor the discussion, I'm terribly nervous, and Caleb's first grade teacher has given me ammunition to support that paranoia. Apparently, when she recently asked what they wanted to be when they grew up, Caleb raised his eager little hand and replied, when I grow up, I want to be a missionary and tell people about God, even though my mom told me all missionaries get murdered. Note to self, when talking to my kids about the freedom to go to church wherever and however we want, exercise caution when elaborating on how some people in other countries can't go to church, and wait for it, even die for their faith. Because a 6-year-old will tweak that factoid and make me sound like a dimwit during the retelling. Insert the sound of me babbling like an idiot to her, defending my discussion with my 6-year-old while simultaneously throwing him under the bus for butchering the teaching moment that I thought I was handling so beautifully. For some reason, it mattered to me that this young teacher did not think that I was a psycho, lest I become the fodder for teacher lounge stories, which I think we can all safely assume I already am. Motherhood triggers something that went dormant about the time we left middle school. We're seated with this desire to be well thought of, to be admired, to be affirmed in our hard work as moms. We tend to report our babies as sleeping longer than they normally do, our discipline as working more often than it does, and our systems as creating some efficient home that doesn't exist. We are masters at propping up our lives, spinning a thread of truth into an elaborate tapestry of grandeur, when in fact, during young motherhood, most of us live in what my girlfriend Lauren calls a poop storm. I'm just saying. Jesus understood this tendency. as the religious leaders during his day were characterized by their constant preening and posturing, presenting an image that had precious little to do with reality. What other people thought of them and how they were perceived became supreme, and they sacrificed greatly to maintain their image. Wait, what? The Pharisees sacrificed? That's right. They gave up genuine relationships first and foremost. They never operated like real humans, so no one could relate to them honestly. They created paranoia in everyone they spoke to. Consequently, people pretended around the Pharisees as much as the Pharisees pretended around other people. They must have been the loneliest people on earth. This principle holds true today. When we operate from the central concern of being seen such a certain way, we can't develop healthy relationships in the messy soil of reality, the only place they'll grow. Presenting a perfect, fake life to others generates fear in our own hearts and intimidation in everyone else's, and creates nice, fake relationships with our friends, with our family members, even with our own children. And the tight hold the religious leaders had on principles, theology, and image lost them their chance to become friends of Jesus, whose inner circle was made up of prostitutes, liars, cowards, and nobodies. Not only did Jesus not require perfection, those who pretended they'd attained it disgusted him. Authenticity ranks terribly high on Jesus' list of required attributes. It's not how good we are that counts, but how truthful we are about how good we're not. Only then can Jesus get busy developing us into the redeemed daughters we are already in him. Can we just let the posturing go? Can we speak truth to each other and reach out for help when needed? Can we admit our failures and stop worrying about what someone might think? Can we allow others to be the same people on the outside as they are on the inside? Can we live real lives in front of each other, imperfect in our humanity, but reclaimed through Jesus? I will, if you will. If you and I do, others can. If we all do, everyone might. Friends, I'm just asking you just to be real with yourself, be real with each other, and if you need something, to reach out. But know, no matter what, that I love you, I'm praying for you, and I'm seeing your imperfect, precious life, and I'm seeing how hard you're working and how you are loving on those in your home, and just praising God for that, for your love for your family, and for all that you're doing. But if you need me, I'm here. Call me, text me, reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to you anytime. I love you, and so does Jesus.